Welcome to Unpopped Review, movie reviews from movie lover and not a movie critic. Today we're talking about Green Room. Now, Green Room is your typical crime horror thriller, and the basic plot is that a small hard rock band gets a gig in a remote location. However, once they see something they shouldn't, the stage turns into a fight for survival from the bar's owner and his crew. Like always, I start with the good. The entire cast does great, from everyone in the band, to the customers, to the bar owner's men, and of course, Patrick Stewart himself. Now, with this role, Patrick Stewart definitely takes a step out of his wheelhouse. Instead of being his typical Captain Picard or Xavier type character, he is now a neo-Nazi racial radical fanatic bar owner, and he is not happy that this small band saw what was going on in his bar. The next thing I really liked about this movie was the gore elements. Now, typically with a gory movie like Saw or Hostel, they spend a lot of time focusing on the traps and the way they die. But instead in Green Room, it does happen, it does exist, but it's not nearly as much of a focal point as it is in those other movies. So I'm not going to say it was toned down because it definitely was not. But it was definitely done with more purpose. Now we gotta talk about the Something I didn't really like about the movie was how long it took to get started. It had a very slow opening, and then even once the band did see what was going on, it still took a while for things to really get going. And then interspersed between everything, it was still relatively slow. Then also, I thought some of the plot points were kind of confusing. The camera would sometimes focus on Patrick Stewart and his crew, plotting how they're going to get these band members. And as they're talking and relating with each other, sometimes it's very difficult to know what they were talking about or what they were planning to do. And of course, we gotta talk about the ugly. The thing that I disliked the most about this movie was actually the hard rock music. As you can probably tell by my demeanor, hard rock is definitely not my style. Now, thankfully, it wasn't a focus point. It was just something that was constantly in the background. But even then, when there's someone on stage singing or talking about music, I just didn't care. Though this movie is your typical crime horror thriller that many of you may enjoy, the way the movie is shot and acted does allow it to be a step above the rest. And even though I did enjoy the movie, the slow and sometimes confusing plotline says to me, see it at a matinee showing. So that's what I thought of Green Room. What did you think? Let me know below with your unpopped comments, and don't forget to subscribe and keep it unpopped.